YouTube? It's Ray's Real. So in today's video, I want to bring you guys this gun spread mini scheme in Madden 23. So if you enjoy this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So I am in the Bucs offensive playbook. Again, I'm in the Bucs offensive playbook. Now, I really love this formation. If you guys have been OGs on my channel, or if you've been keeping up with me for about the last year or two, you would know that I do this formation every year, and I've also already done this on current gen. So if you're on current gen, make sure you check out my offensive playlist and look for this formation if you're curious about current gen. But I have not done this formation on next gen, and I just want to tell you it is still pretty OP on next gen. So if you don't know, this formation is just, I mean, you can really just dominate people with this formation. It's so good. It's hard to blitz because you're, it's a spread formation. So you have these different quick hit dots that you can have, or you can also take the top off of defenses. So I'm gonna kind of show you a mixture of both of those in today's video. So got a lot to talk about. So first and foremost, the run plays. The only bad thing about this formation in particular is that the only great run play they have is the inside zone. Now, halfback draw is okay sometimes, but it's not something to depend on at all. It's just good to mix in if you see it works versus what they're doing, then do it. But it's kind of hard to say what this run will specifically be good for. Normally it's good against man coverage because the receivers will run off those 4 defenders that's on them. So sometimes it's good. But anyways, this formation would be a lot better if they had maybe a halfback base, or maybe even a read option or something like that. So I believe you can actually create a custom. It'll probably be good to use a custom with this, so you can get other gun spread run plays. And at that point, you really have yourself a really dominant formation. And be expecting me to do this video on Madden 24 also, because this formation, I just know is going to be good on Madden 24 as well. So anyways, today's video, I can't go over every single one of these plays. Now, if you're curious about ebooks, I do have the current gen ebook on gun spread. It is on my website, allthingsmadden.com. The link to that is in the description. But next gen, unless you requested me to make this ebook for you, which is through the website, that's the only way I'm probably going to end up doing this, because it's already June, getting close to July. So I don't want to just keep pumping out ebooks for Madden 23. I'm just kind of getting prepared for Madden 24. But anyways, the plays I'm going over in today's video is going to be this quick slot out. I'm going to be going over X follow. I'm going to briefly mention Bucs flood, and I'm also going to talk about PAZ under. So those are the plays that I'm choosing to go over today. So what I'm going to do is first come out in X follow. So I love this play because what it does is it's going to take the top off of cover 4 drop for an easy one play, well, not one play touchdown, but potential, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. But I'm going to show you versus the standard defenses that you'll see, and I'm basing it out of $326 because it is still the meta formation in Madden. So I'm be showing you cover 4 drop, cover 2, cover 3, and man coverage. And keep in mind, I'm going to be talking about zone drop. So I'm not going to go in zone drop each time because this video will be extremely too long. So just make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're listening, because you're going to hear me say things like, if they zone drop here, throw it here. If they zone drop right here, to look like this, and play here, read this. So make sure you're paying attention. But first and foremost, I want to talk to you about this play and cover 4 drop. So let's go to cover 4 drop right here. So with cover 4 drop, you actually can potentially have a one play touchdown. Now I'm only spying these two. They're garbage defensive linemen, but in all Madden practice mode, I don't want to have to run this play 30 times for you guys to be able to see what I'm talking about. So this is a bomb type of play, so please don't run this if they're doing cover 4 drop and they're sending an all-out blitz, okay? It's not ideal. So what we're going to do is we're going to motion our receiver over. That's opposite of this route right here, the receiver opposite of him. You want to motion him over. You want to go ahead and put him on a streak. And I like to take circle and put them on a smoke screen, and then that's going to be it right here. So the cool thing about this play is you just need to buy a little bit of time, but even if not, you're going to have a great read between square and X. And of course, the one time I try to actually show you they do it correctly. So normally, if that happens, you can just keep circle on the streak. And the reason why this is going to work, which I'll run it again with circle on the streak, practice mode plays it a tad bit different in game. In game, you can actually be fine doing this. But sometimes they'll combo this correctly when you only have 2 sending deep. But anyways, the point of this is we're going to send this guy on a streak next time. And what's going to happen is he's going to occupy this guy. He's going to have to occupy him. And what happens here is that they actually auto man match onto him. Every now and again, they'll do this right here where they don't. They'll just turn and swerve. When you see that, just simply throw the ball out or hit another read. That's why I like to keep circle on the smoke screen just in case, because we'll have a good high-low right here. If you can see that little high-low right here, then you also have him that you could playmaker if you need to. So if you see this action, don't throw it where he swerves, because you will pretty much throw a pick. But I'm gonna run it for you again. I'm gonna set it up for you again, because you don't always see that, okay? It's every so often you'll see that. But anyways, let's go ahead and set it back up. Triangle on a streak, and I'm gonna leave circle on a streak this time. But again, it's not necessary, but I do feel like it helps get it open a little bit more. You just don't have one of your reads that's available. So watch what happens. Notice how he's going to kind of just leave his man, because he's supposed to play that. But like I said, for some reason they auto match that to where he just doesn't recognize that he's coming into his area, and we'll get pretty much an easy one-play touchdown versus cover 4 drop. So I'm just running it again so you can see it. Again, you just want to take triangle, motion them over. Now you can play around with whether it gets open better if you're, on a short hash, or if you're on the, if you're on the wide side, if it was here, or if he was on a short side. You could play around with that. I'm just leaving it in the middle because spread, you can easily get back to the middle of the field very easily. So I'm just leaving it in the middle. And I don't have enough time in this video to play around and show you guys which one gets open with what. But anyways, I love to technically run it like this because you really don't need this smoke screen over here. But it just helps, if they're doing a good job playing zone drops, then I'll do it. But look at that pass rush. That's what I was trying to tell you guys about. That pass rush is just crazy on here. But anyways, we'll go back to code 4 drop, and I'm gonna make sure I spot those two. And I did that so you guys could see, because these are just nobodies on the defensive line, and they just bull rush straight through Trenton, Worth, I think, and all them other people that's on the line. But anyways, I just want to show you again that sometimes they do auto lock. So it seems like they do it whenever there's a bumpage or something, but just keep that in mind that it can get open. It's just good to look for if you want to try to take the top off. So what happened right here that made him do it? So it's random, but when it works really well. But if it doesn't, then every now and again they'll play it that way. Okay. So moving forward, we're going to talk about bombs. The next one I'll show you is this quick slide out. So this was a pretty standard setup. You just want to take X, put them on a streak. Of course, they're not going to show it, but X is on a streak, triangles on a drag, squares on a hitch, and I like to block my running back. So I'm going to spy these two. And again, this is for cover 3, and you're actually going to get a one-play touchdown for cover 3 with this setup, just because circle is just going to be way too deep, and that little deep half, or the deep quarter, the third, I couldn't think. Deep third is actually not going to be able to play that, okay? So no matter what you do, you're going to have that dot open. So again, I'll run it for you one more time just so you can actually just see for yourself. We're going to take X, put them on a streak, triangle on the drag, square on the smoke screen, and I like to just block my running back just in case. Now, the reason I put square on the smoke screen is because I like to drift this way in the pocket, and if I need to, I can grab square and playmaker him. So notice how I did playmaker him, and we're still going to be able to have our dot open. It's just about timing. Just be careful playmaker, because it could screw up your timing, as you've seen on mine. So only playmaker if just this guy right here that's running is just not going to get open, or if maybe they're sending a good pass rush and you need to get this ball off. That's when I like to grab him and just playmaker him up or out, whichever way. But I just want to show you that bomb is still going to get open no matter what. So now there's a lot more bombs we can talk about, and we'll probably get to them. Now Bucs corner, I specifically not Bucs corner, we'll go back to quick slot post. Now also you can run this versus cover 2, and you can split the safeties against cover 2 for a one-play touchdown as well. It is important for me to mention that. So we'll take square. I like to just put them on a comeback. I like to take triangle, put them on an out route, and just smart route it. And this way, it's naturally just designed to beat cover 2. As you can tell, it's just one of those things that's just a natural beater. Now that guy could make the play, so just be mindful of that. But we'll go into replay really quick just to show you why I said it's a natural cover 2 beater, because this route right here is designed to pull this deep half out, so he can't commit to this route because this guy is in his area, and this comeback route is going to widen out this guy right here, which is your other deep half, and this in route is going to hold that mid read to where he can't get back anymore. And like I said, it's just a natural cover 2 beater. It's just self-explanatory at that point. Now we'll talk about man coverage as well. So what I like versus man, I like more of the Bucs flood play, but I forgot to put it in here, so I'm gonna go click on it real quick. But versus man, I really prefer you run Bucs flood. It's just really good. Now there's a ton of plays in here that's gonna kill man coverage, honestly, and I don't have time to talk on all of them. So just keep that in mind, that there's plenty plays in here that's gonna just destroy man coverage. But we're talking about splitting the safeties. Then one thing I like to do is take triangle. I like to smart route his route, and then I like to just take X and I'll smart route his. So I like to create like a double in route, or I'll take triangle, put him on a drag. It just depends. So I like this because what this is going to do is out route. It's going to widen out the safety up top, and then it's going to widen out. Basically, this route concept is going to widen out these two safeties right here, and the user is going to have to worry about X cutting across the middle, which is going to be our in route. So I'll go ahead and throw him on a spy, and I'm going to spy these two just so I have a little bit of time. So on this one, you're going to want to put whoever your best route runner is right here. Normally, that's going to be the best way. Whoever your wide receiver 1 is needs to go right here because we're going to try to split those safeties, and we need square to win pretty much. So notice how he gets a big cut, like a little, it's going to be like a win animation. That's why you want whoever your wide receiver 1 is, because that's what it's normally going to look like. And it also depends, who they have on him. So this is, again, talking about matchups. So anyways, notice how he kind of gets beat up, but that cut right there is what's really important. That's why I like Bucs Flood, because he's really going to be able to, if you have a good route runner, he's going to get that separation. And again, it's because safety's going to widen out for him, and then safety has to widen out for this out route, so he just can't go and play it, and that's going to create this gap that you see that we can expose. So really, really love this concept versus man coverage, and I'm trying to fly through this because I don't want to make this video too long, okay? Now, next thing I want to talk about is Bucs corner. So this is one of my favorite setups. So you want to take X, you want to smart route his route. So to do that, you press triangle, you press X, and then you're going to see R1 where it says smart route. So this is what it looks like normal, and this is what it looks like when we smart route it. So notice how it's ran deeper. Now we're going to take square, put them on a streak. Now there's two things I like to do, okay? So either I'll take triangle and circle, and I'll put them on like both drags, so it's like a drag style concept. Or I'll take triangle, I'll still leave them on a flat route, so I'll just go ahead and put them on a flat. And I'll take circle, put them on a slant, and I'll motion them across. So you can play around whichever one. They're both going to do pretty much the same thing. And it's a simple read style play. We're going to read between circle and X every single time. And it's going to work versus every single coverage in the game. So you just want to make the read. It's great versus man coverage. It's going to destroy man. They're going to have to play man with purples to stop this particular setup. But if they play man coverage, I actually like to take this guy and put him on a zig route instead of a flat, because he can have the option to win against man on the zig route. So like I said, it's self-explanatory. Either you're going to hit the slant if it's open, or you're going to hit up top. This route combo works versus every single coverage in the game. So just keep that in mind, okay? Now, moving forward, so that was Bucs corner. And let's see, there is another setup that I want to give you. So we'll move on to PAZ under, because you can set up the same thing. So what I like to do for this play, I like to take square, put them on a streak. I'll take triangle right here. I'll put them on a zig route, and then I'll take circle, put them on a slant, and then I'll go ahead and motion them across. So if you have time, or if they're not blitzing, you can take R1 and swing them. That's going to just create that slant, give it a nice window to get open. Again, you want to move the pocket, and they only blitz because I stepped up, but if you watch my other video with tips, that's how you work the pocket. You're going to have to step up, move around. You have to move, okay? So anyways, I love this play because we're going to attack every area of the field. And a lot of times what happens here is that they're going to think this guy's running a corner route, because there are plays where we can set this up to where this slot does run a corner route, and we can actually motions. We can actually, we can create some misdirection style stuff. So they're going to kind of be watching this, and they might believe he's going to run a corner route, and they're going to see this slant concept. So they're going to ride this slant pretty hard, and then that's when this is going to open up right here. So that's one of the things I like to do. Now, what I'll also turn around and do again is if I'm on I'll do this whenever my receiver is on the short side, if that makes sense. You don't want to do this when you're in the middle. You want more room. So let's go back to PAZ under. So I like to take square, put them on a streak. I'll take triangle, I'll put them on a slant. I'll take circle, I'll put them on a drag, and then I'm going to go ahead and motion this guy across. So again, we're doing a lot of motions because we're doing a lot of misdirection. Now, sometimes you can play around with smart route and X's route, because they will let you smart route. So notice how now it's ran a little bit deeper, and this is what it looks like when it's normal. So you can play around with that, see which one you like. When I'm to the field, I like to make it a little bit deeper, so I do smart route X's route, and hopefully I have enough time. But watch what happens. So look at X, and then notice how we're going to have just all that space out there to be able to make a play. So I love this setup, because what happens is your opponent's going to be thinking that you're about to do a post style setup. And I'll talk to you in a second. There's also another alternate setup I like, but they're going to see this action right here, and they're going to somewhat sit right here, or they're going to be playing right here. And a lot of times when they make that cut, they'll be trailing this guy, and you'll be able to have an easy dot. So last thing I want to give you is just one more setup that I like with this play, PAZ under. what you can do, you can take square, put him on a streak. Now you can take triangle, put him on a drag. We can motion this guy across, and we can actually take circle, put him on an in route. We can smart route it. And then after that, we can smart route X's route to make it deeper. So what this is going to do, this is still your misdirection. So it's going to have a high-low between circle and this drag, but we're going to be reading X the whole time. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So look at triangle, look at circle, and then look at X. So we're basically going to have, it's basically designed to make the user stress, and we're going to just make an easy read between that. So keep in mind, the last setup I just gave you is going to look a lot different because they're going to see this action right here, and they're going to believe it's some type of post style concept with, you know, maybe a backside dig or a backside slant or something. So they're going to just kind of be stuck right here in the middle, and that's the whole point of this play. We want them to be stuck in the middle to see who they want to choose, and we're going to just make this read, because if they stay in the middle while this guy is cutting, if they're right here while this guy is doing a circle, it's extremely hard on next gen for them to make up that speed to actually be able to come all the way out here to not give up a dot. So I love this versus zone coverage. Real quick, I'll show you a man cover setup as a bonus with using the same play, PA under. But whoever your best route runner, not best, but whoever your second best route runner is, I would love to put them in this position right here. So it all depends on if they're playing man on purpose or not. So one thing I like to do is, it's a little basic, but it does work. So you can take square, you can actually put them on a slant, and you can take circle, put them on a hitch. And basically this is a super basic setup, but what it's going to do is you're going to read this out route first. So whoever your second best route runner, I'll put them here. And it depends on where your matchup is. So if you feel like the guy guarding Miller is garbage, then, you know, you can read him. But if you feel like the guy that's on him is garbage, you can read him. So these two still beat man, but it all depends on who's running it. Now, if you want to, I would actually put my best route runner here or here if I'm going to put this guy on a slant. So the one that's on a slant, you just want to be fast because you just need him to get across the field. So with this particular setup, either put your best player here or put him here. And it's designed to make the user have to stay in the middle, and we're going to just make an easy read off the user. Hopefully I have enough time to show you, but of course I didn't. But what I wanted you to see is just how X is actually going to actually get separation from his man. It might not look like it at first, but that's why I like to just put one of my two best route runners here, because what happens is he's going to get separation as the route goes. Now I know he bumped into him, but this is like a speed at this point, so it just depends on who's faster between these two. So the slant, I mean, it's going to be a good, because if you have your best, he's going to be able to, you know, cook them obviously. But also this is why I like having my second best here also, because if you don't have a good route runner running the out route, he's just going to completely bag it. So just be careful of that. But anyways, that's wrap it up for this video though. I could go on and on about this formation, different plays. So if you ever want an ebook for next gen, just go on my website, request it. I have no problems making it for you. So just keeping that out there. But if you know, I wanted to do this for you guys who just want free stuff, because I love giving out free things. I don't want to charge you guys for stuff. So that's why when I give out schemes, I really do give out enough plays to where you can truly just pick this off and just run it, and then, you know, just, you know, find comfort in just dominating. Like the plays that I just gave you can run those easily. But if you want more, that's why I chose to do a website. If you're one of those people who want more setups, more plays, more things at your disposal. But anyways, thank you guys so much for checking out my videos this late in the month. I truly appreciate you. And if you enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate if you dropped a like on it. It really does help out my channel. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I do hope you have a blessed day. I'm Ray Drill, and I'm out.